Okay, so this video covers the installation of the headlight. And I'm going to use a couple different materials. One is a 2.5mm googly eye, and the other is one of these small clear gemstones. So first thing you want to do is take a pen or needle and just pre-punch this hole out. Otherwise you'll slip around with your 1/16 bit, and this makes it just a little bit easier to keep it steady. And you want to be careful not to drive, especially with the Panther option A, not to drive this through the track cover if you can help it. The other thing you're going to need is a bit of pre-hardened, well, it doesn't have to be pre-hardened. You'll be hardening it almost instantly anyways, but it helps a little bit. Pre-hardened strip of really thin cardboard here. And we're going to cut that at about 5mm. Doesn't have to be exactly 5mm, but 5mm works pretty good. Can be a little bit longer than that. I wouldn't go any shorter than that though. Just going to insert that into this hole we just bored. Oops. Actually, I'm going to recommend 6. Let's go with 6mm. 5 just does not look big enough. And you might have a little bit of trouble getting this wide enough unless you've cut your strip very thin. So just, I'm pressing against one side, not down, and just boring out to make it a little bit wider. And once you've got that wide enough, the thing you have to be really careful about is that you get it straight. Like the flat side of the piece of cardboard you're installing is straightforward, because otherwise the headlight will look funny when it's installed. Okay, so once you've got that, you're happy with its position, we're just going to glue that in and then go through the rest of the steps here. Okay, and sometimes it's a better idea to wait until after the tank is painted, especially if you're a little sloppy with your painting. I mean, not sloppy with the end product, but when you're putting on the white paint and stuff like that. If you want to go fast, I would wait to put this headlight on, whichever material you're going to use. Now, if you're using the 2.5mm googly eye, you can put the backing on first. But if you get paint on these, they don't look as nice. So I would recommend waiting. So with the googly eye, you want to remove the actual plastic part from the backing. And you want to sand down the backing a bit, just to make it glue better and remove any extra plastic that might be on there. And then you just use glue. I'm not going to actually attach this because I prefer the gemstones, and I've got lots with the googly eye. So just glue this right to there, wait till that's dry, and then glue that onto it. You don't even have to repaint it because the white backing looks just fine. Just have to paint the back of the backing. With these gemstones, it's even easier. You just take these off the strip, just like you did when you were doing the suspension. And again, you might want to wait to glue these two. I'm pretty careful when I'm doing my white and stuff like that, so I'm not going to wait. You can just... Now, try not to get glue all over these, because again, that will sort of dull down the shininess of this. And they look pretty cool when they glint at you. So just pop that on the end there. Now I do like these gemstones because they're quite a bit smaller than the Google Eye. So it kind of looks more the correct size. You can see it just goes on there, and you'd have to be careful painting it, but that's your headlight. Just push it down right to there. So the top of the light kind of ends where the stalk it's attached to ends. And that, I believe, is the final step. You've got a Panther. All you got to do is paint it.